Happy Shanty-Day number 180. I'm Sky.
I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings.
And we sing sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music.
And it's Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Yeah. And we have a fun one for you
We do have a fun one for you. So we had one yesterday that dated back to like the very late 1700s.
Yep.
So we got a nice modern one for you here. So this is called Round the Cape. And it's by the Longest Johns. It's off their most recent album, Cures What Ails Ya. And so this is basically it's a song about going around specifically the Cape Horn. There's a historical reference talking about Get That Silver in My Ear, which refers to sailors would wear their earrings, I think, backwards. If I did my research correctly on this, with the silver facing the cape as like a good luck thing.
I don't know if it'll do that.
Let's not hurt yourself here.
I don't want to hurt myself, but I just don't know if I can. There I go.
Yeah, it was a good luck thing.
Keep going. I'm gonna put
that yeah.
One. Fix the other one too.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that I had to change my ears.
Surprise.
I got it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep, I'm good.
All right.
Backwards.
Yeah, so there's a chorus that everybody sings along with.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's
lyrics are down below.
Lyrics are down below. So tell my love. Yeah, there we go. So the chorus goes like this. So tell my love that I'll be back someday. It's rock and roll away. When I return, I swear I'm gonna stay. So rock and roll away. Easy enough? Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Good, very
fun.
singable chorus there.
Yeah. All those good things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's verse, chorus, verse.
Yes, and then
chorus, there's a bridge in there. If you want to jump in with us,
Yep.
you go for it. But
Yep.
it's completely unlike the rest of the song.
That's correct.
As most bridges are.
Yep.
And then we get verse chorus again at the
Correct.
end there. So don't let that throw you off that there's a random bridge in the middle there.
Yep. Surprise.
But we warned you about it this time anyway.
We did.
So yep. I don't know. Ready?
That's all I got. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Well, we're going around the Cape, golden shores to find, 900 miles of wind and waves smashing up the sides. We're going around the Cape, there is no other way, for trade and king and countrymen will brave the foam and spray. So tell my love that I'll be back someday. It's rock and roll away. When I return, I swear I'm gonna stay. So rock and roll away. I left my home and land to sail a clipper ship into the parts of my own map that barely have been writ. I must be out of my mind to leave England in my wake, but I'll get that silver in my ear. We're going around the Cape. So tell my love that I'll be back someday. It's rock and roll away. When I return, I swear I'm gonna stay. So rock and roll away. It's a long way home, but many miles to go. There's a gale that's trying to drag us all below, and I long to dream of any better fate. But what awaits the brave around the Cape? I heard the sailors say, by God, you must be mad. There's waves as tall as houses, and the gales will knock you flat. And when the storm has fled, and the fog is thick as mud, it's pray for your deliverance, and pray you rightly should. So tell my love that I'll be back someday. It's rock and roll away. When I return, I swear I'm gonna stay. So rock rock and roller, rock and roller, rock and roll away. So tell my love that I'll be back someday. It's rock and roller, rock and roller, rock and roll away. When I return, I swear I'm gonna stay. So rock and roller, rock and roller, rock and roll away. There you go.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Longest Johns.
Shout out to the Longest Johns.
Being awesome. We'll link again all of their stuff. We've linked them before, but we'll link them again because if you are following the stream and you don't already own all of their stuff and t-shirts and all those kinds of things, now's a good time. It'll take a little while to get here from the UK.
That's right.
But it's worth the wait. And I think they have some digital download stuff.
They do.
Too,
I believe they have a Bandcamp that you can download stuff from originally if physical copies aren't your deal. Yeah. But yeah.
And if you're into records and things,
yes, they also
just
have
printed
vinyls.
some vinyl,
You
which
can't
is kind of
download a vinyl.
No, it doesn't really work like that. But yeah. We will link again the stuff about the Glasgow Shanty Fest. Free, but you'd have to register. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. I'm going to turn my earrings back around here, I guess. But other than that, be safe. We love you. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.